Lillian. Where are you bound to this fine morning? Mothers' Union meeting?
Oh, very funny, Fred. Very original. Thank you for that.
It was only a bit of fun. You made it then, Lillian?
Oh, yes, no problem.
Oh, this is it. This is the Rovers. A poor thing, but mine own. A bit humble after what you've been used to, I dare say.
No, don't apologise, Fred. As she goes through life, a woman gets used to disappointment.
Oh, I hate Mondays, me. Nothing ever happens.
No.
Here we go, Lillian. Can you manage, love? Come on in.
Thank you.
This is the bar.
So I see.
Oh, now then. Can I introduce Geena and Shelley, your staff? This is Mrs. Spencer, the new landlady of the Rovers, your new boss. This is the start of a new era, is this? Oh, now, will you come through into the lounge, Lillian? Oh. Carry on, girls.
Yes, carry on, please. I'll be making my tour of inspection in due course. Whoops.
Hey, did you know about this? Did I? 'Cause, like, where's he got her from?
Lillian, make yourself comfortable. I've just brewed us some tea.
Oh.
Did you find a bedroom you fancied?
Yes, I think the one at the back, near the bathroom.
Oh, well, just as long as you're happy with it. That reminds me, the key from bathroom door's gone missing, so what I'll do, I'll put a bolt on today.
Oh, thank you. You're very thoughtful. A real gentleman.
That's the least I can do. Oh, it must be something to come down for you after a golf club, is this, Lillian?
Between us, Fred, since my glory days at the Xanadu Cocktail Bar of the Majestic Hotel in Cleethorpes, pretty well everything has been a come-down. That was the high-water mark of my life. Since then, the tide has gone out rather a long way.
Nay, you're still a woman in your prime. For all you know, the best is yet to come.
Well, I do believe that the Rovers can be taken upmarket, you know, in the right hands.
Yours are the right hands, I'm convinced of that. Oh, yes. It's my belief, Lillian, I say it's my belief, that this could be the start of a very fruitful association, both business-wise and personal and all. Oh, yes.
That's right.
Thanks
very much,
Thank
love.
you very much.
Ta-da!
My word. We were just talking about you, Norris. It is Norris, isn't it?
Oh, come on, Rita, you know perfectly well it is. So, Ken, what do you think?
Commonwealth Games uniform, right?
The full Monty. Shirt, tracksuit, hat, bag and umbrella.
No waddle.
Well, it's certainly distinctive.
Very. And you've walked all the way from the volunteer centre in Manchester in that, haven't you? I bet you got some admiring glances.
Oh, I did, yeah. When I was getting off the bus just now, I think I had a round of applause.
You are, let me see, Shelley. Is that short for Michelle?
No, Shelley's my proper name.
So's mine, Geena. It's not short for anything.
Good. Shortened names lack dignity. My name is Lillian Spencer, not Lily, and never, ever, ever Lil.
So you want us to call you Lillian, then?
No. I think Mrs. Spencer for now, and maybe after a trial period we'll review the position. Oh, I see we have gentlemen waiting for service.
Oh, all right. Pint, love, is it?
Surely you recognised Lillian when I introduced you.
Well, no, why should I?
The golf club a few years back, round the bar and the catering.
Oh, yeah. Now you come to mention it. But she's a bit bay-windowed and lace curtains around here, isn't she?
Is she, Tom? No, well, we bumped into each other this weekend. We got talking like you do. Turns out she's between managerial positions. Well, I had a brainwave. And somehow, I managed to persuade her to take on this place for me. She's a pearl beyond price. I say beyond price.
Right, well, if you say so, yeah.
Far from that. She's a very handsome woman. Ah, Kevin, what are you having?
Oh, thanks. Have a pint, please.
Lillian, may I introduce Kevin Webster, our local garage proprietor?
Oh, proprietor. Delighted to meet you. I see you're quite a hands-on proprietor.
Me? Oh, yeah. Have to be, don't I?
Between us, I do like to see my clientele dressed smartly, especially in the evenings. Was that a pint, Mr. Webster?
Yes, please.
Geena, a pint for Mr. Webster.
Could you tip...
Ayo! It's the sexy squatters!
Karen, I'm surprised at you. You know when they call it a show flat, there's some things you're not supposed to show.
This is down to you, this, isn't it? What you go around blabbing for? Sorry, too good to keep to myself, mate.
Hey, mate, yeah, that's the right word for you too, isn't it? So, is it right then, what we've been hearing?
No comment.
Oh, there's no point covering it up now, Steve. Yeah, I bet that's what you said last night.
I hear it all got out of hand and then things went from bed to worse.
Yeah, very funny. Listen, do you want to go and drink somewhere else?
No, there's no point in me right now.
These people that came to see the flat, right, did they mention if they liked the view?
Oh, no, I didn't ask him about that. It must have been dead embarrassing, though. Yeah, well, maybe for them, but no, I wasn't bothered. You know, when you're lucky enough to have the perfect body!
Does he talk, your Mynah bird?
On occasion, when the fancy strikes, but he is a she. Her name is Dinah. Dinah the Mynah.
No. Oh, very good. So you can talk when you feel like it, can you, Dinah?
Hey, I'm a seagull.
Pardon?
I'm a seagull.
Did you hear that? I said, did you hear that? Somebody's taught this poor, deluded, feathered friend to say I'm a seagull. What kind of a sick human being would do a thing like that?
That's my son Timothy, actually. He's got a wonderful sense of humour. He's such a witty boy.
Oh, yes, well, it's a very witty concept. And well, he must be grown up now, your lad, mustn't
Yes, indeed. He's out there making his way in the world. Shelley, Geena, would you take notice of this bottle, please? This is the LandLady's bottle. This is for my consumption only. It's a second growth claret.
What's one of them, then?
Well, I became a dame of the Chevaliers of Wine during my time at the Majestic Hotel in Cleethorpes. It was there that I learned everything I know about wine and indeed about life. This wine is too good to serve to any of our customers. Is that clearly understood?
Yes, Mrs. Spencer.
Excuse me. There's a little job I've got to do.
Yeah, sure.
Lillian! About that lock, the bolt, on the bathroom door. I've not forgotten about it. I'm going to see to it now. I mean, we don't always feel like singing, do we?
Look at Fred pouncing around the new manageress. He's really smitten.
Oh, he's always been a fool when it comes to women.
He fancied you once, didn't he?
Yes, and that's the only time I've known him show a bit of sense.
Yeah, you think there's more than a working relationship there, then?
If there's not now, there soon will be. Right, my round. Geena.
Geena, I'll see to this gentleman. Good evening, Mr. Baldwin, and what might be your pleasure?
A large scotch, half a bitter and a G&T, please.
Hey, up!
Hi, Norris, are you ready?
We're Robin, Norris.
Thank you.
Oh, it's very distinguished, Norris. Is that your games outfit?
It is, yes.
It's very dapper. But the game's out for another 2 weeks, are they?
Oh, no, that's true, but I wanted to get the feel of the uniform, so when the time comes, I'm at ease. I feel completely natural.
Well, very conscientious of you, Norris.
Well, I've always been conscientious, Ken. I think it was the way I was brought up, really. Oh, well, what am I into? Oh, man, look at that!
So what are we having instead?
Just look at that. Look at it. It'll stain, that will. I'll have to have this dry cleaned. This bar top's disgusting. It's a wash with plonk.
Plonk. A second growth claret. Plonk.
You'll have to do better than this during the Commonwealth Games when the eyes of the world are on us. You want to get your act together, lady.
How?
dare you speak to me like that, you atrocious little man? You walk in here dressed like some sort of punk rocker?
Punk rocker? I'll have you know, this is the official costume for the Commonwealth Games volunteers. I wear this with pride.
What's happened? What's going on?
Shell suits are not acceptable in my bar in the evenings, and you, sir, are not acceptable at any time, whatever garb you're in. Go on, you bard.
Bard?
Bard!
Oh, come on.
He's not done anything. Out! Oh, that's outrageous.
Totally unwarranted.
It's a bit out there, isn't it? Bar in Norris.
He must have done something.
Yeah, he talked out of turn to Diamond Lil there. You take my tip. The next full moon, you lock your bedroom door and have some garlic flowers hanging around the room.
Humiliating to me and an affront to Her Majesty. I bet that Lillian woman, I bet she didn't stand on Queen Victoria's statue in 1977 shouting, "We want Lizzie." Oh, it was wonderful. She came out, you know, onto the balcony, waved. Lovely. All in pink she was.
You've said before, often.
See, I'm surprised at Fred Elliott employing someone like that. I mean, someone who could show such disregard for a Commonwealth uniform.
Are you sure she asked you to leave?
Bard? Well, that's what she said. Bard. Me. The pub was full, but of course nobody leapt to my defence. You could die of internal injuries waiting for a good Samaritan this side of Jubilee Terrace. But have you got another headache, Emily?
I took a tablet when I first got up. It hasn't taken effect yet.
You want to go and lie in a dark room today. Keep away from people. I mean, because they can be very inconsiderate, just whittering on about nothing at all when all you need is a bit of peace and quiet.
And you use this. Stretch your wings. And in you pop, and don't you feel better now?
Good morning.
Good morning, Frederick. I was just exercising Dinah, letting her spread her wings a bit. Oh, I see she's left a small deposit. And how are we this morning? Bright and dapper, I see.
Oh, well, I believe in making an effort, especially in the morning. Sets the day up.
I quite agree. Now, I must apologise for last night.
Bar in Norris, you mean? See, I told you. That bar is your domain. Oh, he never drinks much anyway. He can sit nursing a small sherry as if it were a newborn babby.
No, actually, I wasn't referring to that. I was meaning, you know, last night, that slight embarrassment, when I was on my way back from the little girl's room and I mistook your bedroom for mine.
Oh, did you? I didn't notice. No, but then mind, I'm an heavy sleeper.
Ah, and there you are, me thinking you'd be worrying in case I was being improper.
No, I'd never think that of a lady.
Migraine, you say?
I tried to help, but you know what she's like. She's very argumentative, always has to know best. I mean, I ask you, migraine, dimly lit room, brightly lit room.
Oh, dim, I suppose.
Well, exactly. So I close the curtains and she accuses me of trying to cause an accident.
Migraines are nasty.
Oh, tell me about it. I mean, it isn't as if she hasn't got the pills. I mean, goodness knows what she'd be like without them.
Excuse me, is that Mrs. Bishop you're talking about?
Yes, love.
She's not ill, is she?
Yes, well, it needn't concern you. Are you paying for that magazine?
Yes.
Yeah, £2.50. Thank you.
Hey, hello, Blanche.
Morning, Rita. I've come to sympathise.
Who with?
Your assistant.
What for?
Have you not told her? Oh, you're ashamed. Don't be. I know I wasn't there when it happened, but if I were, she'd have had a piece of my mind.
What are we talking about?
Fred Elliott's new fancy piece. She barred Norris from the pub last night.
Well, why didn't you say?
I'm not one to feel sorry for myself.
Well, what happened?
I had reason to take issue with her over some spilt red wine. Before I knew where I was out of the pub in the street with a flea in my ear.
Well, who is this woman?
Well, I've not met her yet, but I'm going round there later to make a strong protest about the way you've been treated.
Very good, girls. Lovely and clean.
Glad you approve.
Standard, you see, that's what it's all about. It's called The Ladies for a reason. Well, carry on, girls. I'll be through to open up. Younger than springtime.
Did you see that? Checking our cleaning. Who did you think she is?
Boss lady, that's who.
Well, I'm not standing for this.
I think we should have a word with Fred tonight.
Oh, I'll have more than the word. Not that it'll make any difference. We're smitten. You can see it in his eyes.
She certainly doesn't act like she loves him.
Who said anything about love? She's got her eyes on his bank balance and he's got his on her cleavage.
Anyway, I thought we were doing a really good job of looking after this place between us.
We were, mate. It's obvious he's had this up his sleeve from the start. He was just trying to keep us sweet. Well, I'm not sweet anymore. In fact, I am very, very sour.
Will be the new landlady.
Yes, Lillian Spencer.
Blanche Hunt. I live next door. And this is my young man, Archie.
5'7", I'm not wrong, am I?
15.5 stone and a jacket from Burton's. I'm not wrong either, am I? Nice cufflinks. Ooh, gold and onyx. You have the look of a man in business. Now, were they a gift from a satisfied customer?
Hardly.
Archie's an undertaker.
Really? When my parakeet died, I had him stuffed and mounted in a lovely display. You know, like in full flight. I suppose that's similar to your line of work, is it?
Well,
I gather you had a spot of bother last night with Norris.
Oh, the little man in the shell suit. Well, it's like I was saying to the girls before. Standards are everything.
Oh, I quite agree.
This place, of course, is not exactly what I'm used to. Are you familiar at all with the Xanadu Cocktail Bar at the Majestic Hotel in Cleethorpes?
Can't say I am.
Well, let me put it this way. What would you rather see when you're having a drink? An elegant man in a fine jacket with gold cufflinks and a charming companion on his arm, or a grubby little fella in a psychedelic tracksuit? I rest my case.
Hello. Hello,
Hello, Audrey, love.
Shall we?
Oh, excuse me.
Gin and tonic, please. Where are your barmaids? Not barred them and all, have you?
They're in the back having a word with Frederick.
Frederick? Oh, are they really? No problems, I trust.
Well, nothing that should concern you. No, gin and tonic, wasn't it?
I don't have fucking... I could get a job anywhere. I'm a good barmaid.
I know.
Me too. You're not fine better than me and her, you know.
I know. That's why I couldn't give Rita the job.
You what?
You're a great team. And don't forget, it were you what told me that you'd leave if I promoted one over t'other.
Yeah, well, we were doing all right, sharing the responsibility.
And I need someone to take charge when I take my 2 weeks off. You'll get to like Lillian once you know her. She's very highly thought of at the golf club.
Yeah, but she'll want to bring her own people and she'll get rid of us straight away.
No, she won't, because I won't let her.
Won't you?
No. No. Like you say, and like I agree with you, you're a team. You're the best team. I feel like Sir Matt Busby.
Little chat with the girls, go.
Oh, champion. They were saying as how glad they are that you're here. You made them feel very settled.
Oh, good. Well, I think they'll find me a fair woman.
You are that. Very fair.
You are a flatterer. I'm going to have to watch you.
Oh, dear me, I should say so much. I mean, I am meant to be his friend.
Yeah, but what's to say other than the fact that he's acting like an old fool?
Look, it's Eve all over again.
What is it about men, Eddie? They just seem to be blind when it comes to spotting chances.
Actually, I don't think you're in a position to talk, Deirdre, sweetheart. Dare I mention you and John Lindsay? Hello, girls.
Oh, Rita. Oh. May I introduce Lillian Spencer? Lillian has very kindly agreed to take over the management of the bar for me. Rita's a very dear friend.
Oh, delighted to meet you.
So, you be the lady who barred my friend Norris last night?
Norris? Yes, that was a sad start to my time here, but not an act taken lightly.
No? Only the way he tells it, he said he complained over some spilt wine, and you chucked him out.
Chucked him out? Now, do I look like the kind of woman who's capable of chucking anybody out of a public house? No. There was a slight altercation and the gentleman left.
Well, I think that's a pity. Part of the scenery round here is Norris.
47 change, love. Tell you what, I'd be glad to get home tonight.
What's she like then, this new woman?
Oh, cut above. You know the type. Oh. Oh.
What's up?
My bra strap's just gone. I'll just have to nip into the back.
Pint a bit gin and tonic, please, sir.
Oh, I'll just be 1 minute. Just...
Customer one serving, Shelley.
I know, I've just got to nip into the back.
Customer first, that's the golden rule, isn't it?
Is it? Well, it wasn't the golden rule last night, was it?
I'm sorry?
It wasn't a case of customers always come first when you threw poor old Norris out, was it?
Don't be insolent, dear.
All he did was complain because you'd spilt your wine all over the bar. You shouldn't have barred him.
Oh, is that your opinion? Is that the opinion of a bitter little barmaid who kidded herself that she could run a pub on her own? Don't think I don't know you, because I do. You must have a very deluded opinion of yourself if you thought you ever had a hope of Mr. Elliott making you landlady.
You can't speak to me like that.
Yes, I can.
Don't give it satisfaction, Shelley.
And that's enough from you.
Who do you think you are?
I don't know who she thinks she is, but I'll tell you what she is. She's a jumped-up madam who is trying to take a good friend of mine for a ride.
How dare you? What exactly are you inferring?
Oh, and you can drop that high and mighty act for a start. Not intimidated by the likes of you. You might have been able to pull the wool over Fred's eyes, but some of us can see right through you.
Hear, hear.
Look, love, this is a nice little pub. We come in here to meet as friends, have a quiet drink. All your airs and graces just don't fit in here.
I know your game. You're jealous.
Jealous?
Jealous of how close Frederick and I have become. You've had your eye on him and on this place for ages. That's it, isn't it? Am I right?
You're deluded. I don't have to listen to you.
No, you don't. You can get out. Go on. You're barred.
You can't bar me.
Oh, yes, I can. Go on, clear off. What are you two looking at? Eh?
Big mistake, love. You've just made a big mistake.
Delectation and delight.
Oh, pies. What do you reckon? Haven't you got any vol-au-vents?
Hey?
Or ciabatta rolls?
Sausage rolls?
Oh, two down market. Have you got any with patty de for what's inside? Only we're trying to attract a better class of customer nowadays.
Yeah, this is a reference to Lillian, I suppose. Well, get away with your both. She stocked a blinding range of pies and pasties at the golf club, courtesy of yours truly.
Well, I'll take half, but we'll not sell them. Not with the regulars dropping like flies.
Another one barred last night.
Oh?
Has the boss not told you?
I've not seen her. Liz Battersby, were it?
Rita.
Here you go.
Hold your bottom.
They lift your bottom onto your thighs, though. That's my problem.
Who watches this stuff, really?
All ship-shape and Bristol fashion next door.
They'll not be a bad crew once they've found their sea legs.
Oh, but can't the same be said at punters? Them as you've not already asked to walk the plank.
Sit. Sit. Why, Frederick, did you employ me?
Because I had a lot on my plate.
Wrong. You are a man of endless energy and appetite. I've only to look at you to see that. Boundaries, that's what you employed me for. The Rovers is your business and your home. The lines are blurred between the two. Your customers are your friends. Your friends are your business advisors. You don't know where you stand.
You're a very astute lady.
Well, last night, with Rita, I drew the lines. I thought to myself, I'm the landlady. She's a customer. This is what I'm employed for, and this is what I will tolerate.
Yeah, but she's a very old friend.
Oh, exactly. Yes. See, if I'd just barred someone off the street, who would have cared? A strong message is the best message.
I know she thinks I'm fussing, but it's only because I've got her welfare at heart.
Yes, but Emily's a very private person. Happens she likes to suffer alone.
Oh, Rita, I'm sorry I haven't been in sooner, but we're up to our eyes at work with Maxine still off.
What's up, love?
Well, you and that Lillian woman, I mean, what on earth treating you like that?
Well, wronged as we are, we've been swamped by nothing but a tide of apathy. We're buoying each other up, of course.
Well, Fred must be mortified.
Yes, too mortified to set foot in here.
Isn't it time you went for your lunch?
Is it?
Yes, I think it is. So why don't you go now? And don't rush back. Honestly, that man drives me to distraction sometimes. If he's not banging on about Emily, he's picking away at me.
Yes, but is it true what he said, though? Fred hasn't apologised?
No.
Well, you have told him what happened.
Oh, she's his manager. Let her tell him.
But Rita...
Oh, I don't care. I don't care if I never set foot in the Rovers again.
You mean that?
There's a perfectly good off licence on the corner.
Oh, I don't believe this. You are going to let that Lillian Spencer come between you and a dear old friend?
I wouldn't, but Fred might.
Boss.
Run for the road.
Why not? My shout. Hang on. She's very big on boundaries, is Lillian. Geena, love. Couple more in there.
All right, love.
Jack, don't just dump it there. I can't save the customers. Oh, yeah, go on, I'll sort it.
Yeah, you're a good master.
Mr. Duckworth, how long has he been here?
Oh, on and off since Edinburgh, lad. He's one that fixtures and fittings.
Is that so?
Yeah, he's doing all right.
For now. I'm just going for my lie down.
Oh, right. Exhausted. Poor thing.
Don't tell me you've still got no regrets.
What this pub needs is the professional touch.
What this pub needs is customers.
This place has been a pain in my rump since I bought it. She's my dose of penicillin, if Mrs. S.
All right, yeah, if you say so.
Play me cards right. And I'm in for a shot tonight.
Good afternoon. I'd like to speak to a Mrs. Lillian Spencer, please.
Oh, she's having a breathing love at the moment out the back. Can I help you at all?
And your name is?
Shelley. Shelley Unwin. You're not from the social, are you?
No, Shelley, I'm not. And it's Mrs. Spencer in particular.
Shelley, Fern Cop. Timothy!
Mummy! Oh!
Enjoy.
Now then, I'll not interrupt this tender reunion.
Oh, Frederick, this is my son, Timothy. Timothy, this is the proprietor of the Rovers Return, Mr. Frederick Elliott.
You've dropped the apostrophe.
Eh?
Rovers Return. Apostrophe S. Or S apostrophe even.
Don't I have? I was just bobbing in to ask, what do you fancy with your saucer? Or we could have a little bit of sirloin with a cheeky bottle of Rioja.
You'd like a chop, wouldn't you, Timothy?
Eh?
Pork. If it's all the same to you.
I've put Timothy in the blue room.
Tonight?
I'm just passing through. Interview tomorrow. Edinburgh next week.
So you'll not be bothering with the saucer then?
Well, a drop or two would do no harm. Might even send me off.
That's why I put him next to me, you see. No traffic. It's...
Oh,
She's not barred you, I know.
I don't think he'd whimper if she had.
Oh, no. I'm going to have a word with him.
You can do that, or try hitting your head against that brick wall. See ya.
Hi, Fred.
Hello.
Tea and tea, please. Come on. All your favourites.
Who's that getting the red carpet treatment?
Timothy, the son of her. Go sit down, darling. I'll bring it over.
Excuse me, Timothy.
Shelley, come on, the pint.
I thought I'd been demoted for the minute.
You ordering not in this world. How's things?
Oh, not great. About Rita.
Now, see, you've not come here spoiling for a fight.
A fight, no. An explanation, yes.
What's to explain? Rita insulted my landlady. My landlady clearly declined to serve her. A swift apology and all will be smoothed over.
For Rita? For Rita? Oh, thank you. You can whistle for that, Fred. Look, I was here. I heard what was said. I can see what's going on, you know. You've been taken for a ride.
You're talking out of place.
I'm talking as a friend. And as a fellow businesswoman, actually.
Forgive me, my dear, but you're hardly Richard Branson.
Sorry, I beg your pardon?
You stick to counting rollers. Play on your strengths.
Fine. Great. If you're going to throw my consideration for you back in my face.
Consideration? Rita, Michael, Baldwin, you're all as bad as each other. You come in here telling me what to do, affecting concern for the state of my business. Where were you when I were broken-hearted, drowned with business problems, with staff fighting among each other? How many of you got behind that bar and roll your sleeves up? None. Lillian has.
Because you're paying her.
She does a damn sight more than what I pay her for.
Oh, I bet she does. You're an old fool, Fred. You never learn. It's not 5 minutes you got rid of one gold digger. Now you're warm in the bed for another.
Will you keep your voice down?
Oh, right, fine, fine. OK. Well, enjoy it while it lasts. But when this one walks off with your wallet, don't come crying to me.
So, will you be staying long?
A day or two.
It's nice for me to have Timothy here while I settle in.
You seem pretty settled to me.
Well, I know when I like a place, and I like this.
Music to my ears, is that? I say music to my ears. There's been enough upheaval. Continuity is what we're after now.
Now, there are still changes to be made. The first thing I shall start is staff appraisals. That'll get underway today.
Wait, how can you appraise us? You've only been here a few days.
I keep my eyes and my ears open.
Yeah, even so.
My mother knows what she's doing.
Glad to hear it.
She only
I have just been summoned by telephone. Sunday morning, first thing, get in here. What's the matter with the woman?
Couldn't tell you. She's had me waiting on. Buttering toast and pouring tea for her and the fruit of her loins.
Oh, is he still here, is he?
Yeah. I wasn't even allowed to sit and have a bite with him.
I was.
Oh, well, you've impressed her. She's got me down as serving material.
Yeah, well, she's appraising us all, whatever that means.
It means she don't know whether she wants us on the payroll or not.
Oh, well, I should be all right, because I used to run this place, didn't I? I'd be able to give her a few tips, wouldn't
Oh, yeah, you do that. I'm sure she'd be really grateful.
I? I do.
Would you like to come through now, Jack?
No, you're all right, love. I've had a cup of tea at home.
That's not what I was going to give you. Straight to the point. You suffer from a bad heart.
Not anymore.
And then there's your back.
Ah, well, I pace myself, you know.
Your pace is slow. And you're 65.
Aye, I started drawing my pension last year, aye. And there's not many men my age you'll find doing an heavy lifting job.
Well, perhaps not many of them can. You can't.
What are you trying to say?
I am appraising your workmanship. And it falls short.
I am as good as any cellarman you will find in any pub.
You read the racing pages down there, Jack. You could do that in a library.
I keep that bar fully stocked.
Not of your own free will, you don't. You have to be cajoled.
Yes, but I am not the boss. I expect to be ordered.
And I expect initiative, and you don't have any. You're no use to me.
You telling me I'm sacked?
No, you've been made redundant due to old age and ill health.
Old age, my...
I'll work everything out. You get all your bonuses and your back pay, holiday pay. I'll work it all out later.
So, don't you want me in today, then?
Well, today's Sunday, Jack. It's a day of rest for people like you. First of many. Bye-bye.
It's got its own empire.
France. I know it has.
Well, what are you contradicting me for, then?
All right, Jack.
Yeah, fine, aye.
You got your eye on a part-time job?
No, just thinking.
Oh, we've time to do a lot of that at our age.
How do you spend your days, Madge? I mean, you're not working, are you?
I do housework.
No, it's not the same, is it?
Sometimes you say there aren't enough hours in the day for all the things you want to do.
Yes, but what things? I mean, what do you do when you're not clocking on, clocking off, reporting for duty, pulling your weight?
Enjoy yourself. Seek out your friends. Rediscover your hobbies.
How's that?
Yes, it's your reward for having lived a productive life.
Do you know, Jack, you don't look at all well.
No, I'm all right. See you.
No! What are you doing here on a Sunday?
Avoiding women.
Doreen making her presence felt?
Yeah. Helping on it, Rovers?
Need you ask? She'll ruin that business, Ashley. She'll finish what he'd started.
Is she really that bad?
She's worse.
Yeah, but if we all keep telling him.
We've told him before, haven't we? You, me, Mike. Did he listen?
Oh.
No, they won't listen now. Honestly, Ashley, I've done my best. I've said my piece. I'm doing them all.
I'll talk to him.
Sweetheart, I wouldn't waste your breath.
Jack? Why aren't you at work? Are you skiving? What's wrong? Come on, spit it out.
It might be better if I tell you so, Mynah.
He was giving you pills.
Hello, Fred. How are things?
Doreen, how are you? Have you come to visit our Ashley and Maxine?
I'm giving them a hand with little Joshua.
He's a lovely lad, isn't he? Ain't he a lovely lad?
Does he take after you?
Well, I'm a modest man, but I reckon he does. Yeah, well, of course, he'll have so much of his granny in him and all.
I'm not his gran.
Yeah, but...
I'm his auntie.
I beg your pardon?
I don't care how glamorous grannies are. Aunties are younger and more attractive.
Don't let anyone in my generation hear you saying that, love.
Betty! What are you doing back in Weatherfield?
I've come to see an estate agent. I might as well find out how much my house is worth.
She's moved down south to be with her son.
Oh, really? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, very nice.
Fred Elliott, I want a word with you.
Lillian! Somebody to see you.
You're a coward, you are. Yellow-bellied and spineless.
Lillian makes the business decisions. My place is in background.
What's going on?
I am on my lunch break.
Oh, she? You've sacked a good worker, you have. You've chucked my husband on the scrap heap.
I've put a malingerer back where he belongs.
My husband's not frightened of hard work.
Your husband wouldn't know a day's work from a packet of peanuts.
Hey, you, watch your mouth.
This is a pub, not a rest home. He needs constant care. Well, I mean, he can't get it here.
Look, employers have a duty to look after their employees.
If he hurt himself picking up a beer mat, he could sue us for thousands.
Give over. We used to run this place.
Yes, I've heard, and apparently you made a right shambles of it.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Ghosts. You're from a vanished era. This pub's going up market. Plastic earrings and nylon shirts can take themselves off to the Flying Horse.
Yes, and the will and all.
Well, good.
Look, are you going to let her talk to us like this?
She's the landlady.
Yes. Well, she'll empty the place. Rovers Return, it'll be the emptiest pub in Weatherfield.
Never.
Oh, come on, Jack.
Can I have a word with you, Dad?
Yeah, why don't you go through? I'll take care of the bar.
You're Tim?
It's Timothy, actually. Who are you?
This is Ashley.
It's a daft name.
My son.
Oh.
I'd like a word with him.
Oh, don't let me stop you.
Have you finished with this?
No, I haven't.
I will take it somewhere else or I'll end up in bin.
You could eat it at the bar. It's more sociable.
What if I don't want to be sociable?
Give it a try. Dad?
He's only stopping overnight. Lillian knows how to run a bar.
She's losing all your customers.
I'm happy with what I'm doing.
You couldn't be.
Ashley, I just want to sit back. I don't want to deal with problems. She's a woman who means business.
She means trouble. You're always good for that type.
Well, I do like the cut of her jib, but not deny it.
Are you ever going to learn?
The relationship is business first and foremost.
I believe that.
Business. That's all you've got to know.
Yeah, OK.
Carefully before you sell your house, Betty, love. It's a big step. Why don't you rent it out instead?
Be a lot of trouble.
Are you sure you'll stop down south?
Well, Gordon's my son. I mean, I would like to see more of him.
Maxine and Ashley have made me very welcome.
Very nice, love.
Nothing's too much trouble. It'll be the same with your Gordon and Caroline.
Oh, yes, yes, just the same.
3 generational families are all the rage now, you know.
Are they really?
We're a social phenomenon.
We all of us lived with us grandmothers years ago, didn't we? Yeah. Hey? Thought out about it.
Oh, that was when a working-class couple didn't earn enough to pay the rent. Times have changed.
They have.
Excuse me, what do you think you're doing?
You've got no business going down that cellar.
I don't want the pair of you to strain yourselves.
We did it before Jack was here and we'll do it again now.
No need. Timothy's got more muscles. He might as well use them.
The cellar is out of bounds to anyone but staff.
Yeah, and the boss will tell you that.
Fred, come over here and sort this out.
Am I wrong?
Not at all. I didn't say anything to the girls because I still hadn't told you.
Told me what?
Well, you know that you were right. We do need a cellar man, but not Jack Duckworth.
Jack was okay.
The only ale he could lift was a pint glass to his lips. Anyway, we're fully staffed now.
Are we?
Yes. I've been showing Timothy the ropes. He's available. I've offered him the job and he's accepted. He's glad of the work and it's better than that job in Edinburgh, so... Frederick, meet your new employee.
Boss.
Yo, aye.
Sitting here if it wasn't.
Well, no, when you put it like that.
Timothy's in the bar. He's keeping his eye on those girls of yours. If anything untoward happens, I shall know and I shall act.
Well, I was just wondering, has he a lot of experience in bar work, Timothy? You know, looking after a cellar, that sort of thing.
Timothy is his mother's son. Need I say more?
God, this one's gone now.
Or use another pump.
You said that before, and this is the second one that's gone off.
Who did all the work for you before I put in an appearance?
Can you believe him? Oh, I've had enough of this. Fred.
Can't stop.
No, I need to talk to you. Now, what is that useless lump, that Tim?
No,
what is he supposed to be doing? Because I tell you what he's doing, he's moaning and groaning every time we ask him to lift a finger.
Is something the matter?
Fred.
Nothing, no.
Because if there is, would you mind coming to me? That is what I'm here for, to take the load off Frederick's shoulders. Rovers Return Inn and Brasserie. Can I help you?
Talk to you later.
Darling, just a minute. Yes?
Never mind.
Where are you, love? Oh.
It's like Richard's told you. Take your money.
Oh, a sweet sherry, please.
Norris, she's only in the back, you know.
No, it's all right. I've been reinstated.
Well, if it had been me, I think I'd have stopped away.
Just £3.
Thank you.
So how long do you reckon it'll be then till we're moving to the flat?
Well, a few weeks. Depends on whether everybody does what they said they will.
Oh, what, so you reckon Richard might not?
Oh, yeah, he will. It's you I'm talking about.
Me? What are you on about?
The deal was we buy a flat, you get a job.
And I will. I will.
When?
And 7 makes 10.
I'll go down the job centre this afternoon as soon as I've had this.
Will you?
Yeah, baby, I will.
So this is where you're hiding yourself, is it?
Beg your pardon?
You telling me that Richard Hillman were a wrong un. You made a right fool out of me, do you know that?
Sure, you, Vera, that wasn't my intention.
And I can assure you, you don't know what you're talking about. He's one of the nicest men on the planet, is Richard, and the straightest.
Well, if that's your opinion,
Well, it is. I trust him with my last penny, and that's what I'm going to do. So you can stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Speaking our mind again, are we?
Yes, I am. There's no law against it, is there?
Sadly, no.
And I'll have a drink and all while I'm here.
Shelley?
Excuse me.
Oh, I'll excuse you, all right, for not knowing what you're talking about.
Hey, see, I won't get a minute to myself. It won't be my mum taking over. So, I want you to fill me up in all gossip.
No, I don't think there is any.
Where's Audrey, for one thing?
Oh, yeah, she keeps disappearing. I'm running the shop by myself half the time.
Disappearing? What's she up to?
She's off with that undertaker, actually. Where do you think you're going?
It's all right. Calm down. Yeah, well, calm down when you go back over there, lady.
You can't just come waltzing through behind the bar.
Darling.
Oh, hello, Mummy.
Well, this is it. Don't let first appearances put you off.
So, who is this then? Because she's just walked through here like she owns the place.
Can't you see the resemblance? This is my daughter, Danielle. I thought you might have guessed that. Come on, let's go through the living quarters.
Yeah, we should have guessed.
Yeah, because there is a resemblance. You're both pig ignorant and full of themselves.
No.
Hi.
Hi, girls.
Hiya. Oh, I've just taken an hour off from Joshua.
Well, good for you. Now, do you want another one in there? What about you, sweetheart?
Audrey!
No, I can never say no to someone in need. And Frederick was in need. This place was a shambles.
It still is.
So where does he come into this?
Well, Tim, bless him, stepped in when I had to let my previous cellar man go.
Meaning he was out of work, so he came sponging off his mother?
Oh, nice coming from you. You still doing smellies?
Aromatherapy is a recognised branch of medicine.
Sure is.
Oh, come on, you two.
Mum, all he ever does is sponge off you.
Aromatherapy? Wow.
Now, look, you know I'm always happy to help either of you. And this could be a very profitable business if it were run properly with the right staff. And what better staff could I ever hope to find than my own children?
Except for her, she'd be useless. Who needs aromatherapy in a pub?
I can work behind a bar.
Well. Daughter's going on about how she can work behind a bar now.
Well, that's it then.
What we're going to do?
So they're now the daughter. Real family get together, isn't it?
It's all right if she stays for a couple of days, is it?
Yeah, of course it is, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. There's somebody to see you.
Me?
Yeah, in the bar.
Excuse me a minute.
Fat Freddy. What do you think then, eh?
I think someone's got him wrapped round her little finger.
Now then.
Where?
Actually, there is nobody.
That were a lie, so we could talk to you.
You can always talk to me.
Not anymore, we can't. Anyway, we're not going to be here for much longer, are we?
How do you mean?
Fred, you are being taken over. Right, have you not noticed? She's running the place, then she moves her son in.
And our daughter.
So, anyway, we've decided.
Yeah, if they're staying, then we're going.
No.
Oh, yeah.
So it's up to you, Fred. It's either us or them.
Right, she's just coming.
Value your opinion, Fred. I mean, do you think it might stop people coming into the salon? Well, if some of them find out that I've, been working with Archie's clients.
Why should it?
Exactly. Yeah. Why should it? I mean, it's silly. It's not like I'm doing something to be ashamed of, is it? I don't know. It's just that you don't know how some people feel. No. Listen, you've made me feel a lot better. Bless you. Bye.
What were all that about?
It's what about doing the hair of dead people. Anyway, are you all right? You know me, I'm on every word Audrey says.
No. I've no other things to think about.
Well, what?
Well, this shop isn't my only business venture.
Oh, yes. Been mixing business with pleasure, have we?
Actually, nothing happened in that department. More's the pity. Bye. Lillian's a fine woman, Ashley. You get the feeling she's what Margaret Thatcher were like when Dennis found her living over a grocer's shop and set his cap. Classy, determined. She's the sort of woman who's not complete without a man to push onwards and upwards.
Sounds like Maxine, that does.
The trouble is, I don't want to be pushed onwards and upwards. I'm quite happy where I am. And now she's brought in her son and her daughter, and I've got left with a staff that want to walk out.
Well, it's your pub.
It's your house. That hasn't stopped you letting Doreen bed herself in, has it? They are a formidable sex, Ashley.
Aye.
I don't want to lose Geena and Shelley.
And make sure you don't.
It's got to be here somewhere.
React. But you see that man sitting over there? He is an undertaker. I know. And the woman he's with, she's a hairdresser. Now, you wouldn't think so, would you, to look at her hair? And the woman just at the bar, who looks a bit like your Auntie Lynette when she had all that trouble with the subsidence. You see that mucky little man that's standing with her? Well, he owns the local garage. They're married or something. Inbred, probably. I mean, it's that sort of a place.
Well, it's not exactly what I expected.
Well, it's not exactly what I expected, but needs must.
I've not seen any whip hits yet.
Oh, give it time.
Blanche and I have had words.
No.
Phone call for you.
Who is it?
Fairbanks, I think he said.
Not Roger Fairbanks.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
What do you think then?
Well, she's not happy, is she?
Well, she's making the best of it.
Yeah, well, that won't last long. Never does.
Hi, Doreen. There's Max.
Gone round to see Audrey. She needed to get out of the house. Oh, what a day. I've had the floor walker breathing down my neck all day. Said I wasn't welcoming enough to the customers. I said to her, you try standing in these heels for 8 hours, brandishing the latest exfoliating granules and try and look welcoming.
I'll go upstairs, see if Josh is all right.
I wouldn't. He's just got down. You don't want to wake him.
Well, I'll go and have a shower then.
You do that. Oh, you'll have to move me washing. I've hung it over the bath. Just a few smalls.
She won't come out the
Not a very good luncheon trade today. You ever thought of doing a business lunch menu?
No call for it. All the business people have their lunches in town. Factory workers and mechanics, that's what we cater for.
Yes.
Have the girls said out to you?
Well, it's Geena's day off, and Shelley's got a face on her, so I kept her in the kitchen through lunch. Our Danielle helped out.
Is she planning on stopping long?
Oh, she hasn't said. Why, is it a problem?
Well, can I speak frank?
Of course.
Thing is, I thought you managing this place for me, well, I saw it as the start of somewhat bigger. A partnership. Not only in business terms, but in other terms. You're a very attractive woman, Lillian.
Oh, very kind, Frederick.
And I didn't want to rush things. I thought we'd get to know each other and then things might develop. A man, a woman, a shared bathroom. I didn't count on the rest of your family moving in.
I see.
Of course, if you were to tell me they were just passing through and that your thoughts ran similar to mine. I'm a man of appetites, Lillian. When I see a cut of sirloin, I think of me belly. When I see a prize rose, I want it to bloom.
Well, a prize rose needs a lot of nurturing to bloom, Frederick.
Oh, I can nurture, Lillian. Question is, when will it bloom?
Popping round to see Blanche after work, love. Only I promised Adrian I'd keep an eye on you, see.
Not really, no. I've had an awful day. Lillian has been a right cow. Can we think we should ring her instead?
Yeah, OK. Right.
Shelley? Shelley? Customers?
Busy.
Have you thought any more about what we said? Because I, for one, can't stand any more.
Just bear with me, Shelley. I'll not let you down.
Can I have a pint, please, Shell, and a white wine?
Yeah. Do you know, it's not been too bad a day today. Rita's taken me on at the cabin. It's not much, but gets me at the house.
Oh, that's great news. So when you start in there tomorrow?
Oh, no such luck. All I'll be doing tomorrow is washing the girls' duvet covers. I know you're picking up Rita Will.
Yes, I have. Actually, it'll need changing now, what we eat. Or Ashley'll get everything.
I suppose we don't want to be reminded of our own mortality. We'd like to think that we can go on forever.
I need an holiday.
Well, you're going on one next week, aren't you?
Am I?
Oh.
Can I leave the Rovers in Lillian's hands? Chances are when I get back, she'll have her own mother and father pulling pints. Geena and Shelley have left and she'll have changed the name of the place. She's talking about having a cocktail hour. Can you imagine the likes of Janice Battersby sipping cocktails?
Do you know, you don't seem quite as enamoured as you were.
Well, the truth is, I don't think I've got the energy anymore.
Oh.
Still, I've made my bed.
No, Fred, no, you haven't. You've had it made for you. She's taken you over, Fred, and you've been happy to let her. You ever see Evita? Remember? Now, she flitted from one fella to another. I mean, upgrading till she got to Perron. Mind you, Evita just had a suitcase. This one's got a couple of children and a minor bird. Love it, I know the truth hurts. But come on, I'm a good friend of yours, and if the boot were on t'other foot, you'd say the same to me, wouldn't you?
You are a good friend.
Very cosy.
She's welcome to him.
Mind your backs.
Danielle, would you please nip upstairs and ask Timothy to get our stuff together?
Already?
Frederick is not prepared to wait as long as I'd hoped.
Oh.
In any case, I'm not sure the prize was worth the sacrifice.
But it's in the middle of a shift.
We'll have to drive to Marple. It's country roads. I should be too tired in the morning.
I don't see what's so important.
Mr. Fairbanks is a very old friend of mine. He needs a hand. I know this alters our arrangement, but it can't be helped.
Will you what I said earlier?
No, of course not.
How good a friend is this Fairbanks fella?
He's a very good friend.
I see.
I thought you'd be pleased. You've not exactly been enamoured of Danielle and Timothy.
I never said they should leave. I never said you should leave.
Well, it's for the best, Frederick. You know, you're a very nice and very generous man, and I don't want to take advantage of you. So when Roger's offer came up, I just
Roger?
thought... Roger Fairbanks. You know, his hostelry it's more developed than the Rovers Return. It's a coaching inn. Very popular with our American cousins. Well, you know, I've been worried about Timothy's chest in this industrial environment, and... Well, I hope you'll not feel badly about me.
No, I'll not think badly of you.
Well, you've got Shelley and Geena. They're good girls.
Having a rose like you will blow more readily in the countryside.
Excuse me?
We'll wait in the car. Fred.
I'll not leave through the bar, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Bye then, Frederick. I'm sure our paths will cross again one day.
Happen they will. It's a rum thing, is life. I say it's a rum thing. You never know what he's going to throw you next.
I can't believe Fred actually got rid of her.
I know, what a relief, eh? I didn't think he'd really buy that ultimatum.
So has he said it to you about his holiday?
Like what?
Well, like, who's he going to put in charge now? I mean, he's already packing his suitcases.
I don't know, as long as it's not Cruel or Spencer. So, who do you reckon, then, should be in charge of this place?
It's not up to me, is it?
Morning, how do, ladies?
Oh, a lot better now, thanks to you.
I feel awful now. There we were, thinking you were completely spineless.
Still, at least you had the guts to stand up to her in the end, didn't you? Oh, Fred.